Muzz, a point on the road in the National South is a good point. We've huffed and puffed a bit in the second half, but Ben's made a fantastic penalty save in the last minutes to keep it level. Your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I thought we played really well first half. Without having ample opportunities, I thought we grew into the game after the 10 minutes start, which was our game plan. We started to pass the ball a lot better. We got up the pitch a lot more. And I thought if we could just show a little bit of quality in that final third, we could have probably deserved to be with the amount of ball we had to maybe be in front. Second half, yeah, we didn't get to them heights, and I thought they were much better, and they changed their shape a little bit, to be fair to them, and they got a lot of territory in the game. Obviously then the sending off for them, and then following that we still really didn't get going. I think we've had maybe one half chance. Jaden cuts back in, and then a couple of other little bits, but nothing really to scream home about where we've missed, glorious chances. So we take the point. Credit to Goody, made a great save there at the end, and we take the point and move on to next week.
A couple of changes this week, just freshening it up, I guess.
Yeah, look, we're very fortunate in terms of our squad, in terms of the players that come in. We try to, try and keep it fresh, try and keep the team ticking over, and I thought they'd done that. I thought every man said, look, if you're going to come to places like this, the side that they have on the pitch, they're another full-time outfit, and we get anything out of the game. I think for a club where we are, you take that and you snap your hands off at the point. I think just as a team where we've become, and especially we were saying before the game, we maybe a little bit greedy, but we just felt like we wanted more today and go home happy with a point, but a little bit disappointed we didn't get through.
Josh Adai down that right hand side today was fantastic. He's up and down, he's electrically quick. Had a couple of chances in both halves. It's great to see him going like that at the moment.
Yeah, and look, shock horror, I moan, but I moan at him quite a bit about getting on that score sheet, getting on the assist sheet, because he's got some outstanding attributes, and if he can add that to his game, then I'm sure the next levels will come calling for sure. He gives you such energy, and his quality at times is outstanding. We just need to try and get some goals out of him, and as you see there at the end, he's still there in the dying stages, getting shots off. So yeah, played really well, as all of them really, right? All of them played really well.
We showed a lot of flexibility through the game today. We've changed shape a couple of times, and a couple of players have moved into positions that maybe aren't their most familiar. Must be delighted with that.
Yeah, I think we were forced to do that a little bit second half, because when they changed, it sort of completely give them control in the game, so we felt like we had to try and counter that. But it's always helpful when you've got players that can play in various positions. I think our shape gives you that opportunity to have players that can play in various positions, but we need that when we come to places like this and play teams like this. I personally believe they're in a league position that they won't be anywhere near come the end of the season. In my opinion, they've got a real strong team here that will cause a lot of problems home and away, but especially here. So yeah, delighted with flexibility, Ryan, and also we'll take the point, obviously.
A new face on the bench for us today in Jaden Bennett. He spent a couple of years in Germany, but he's been training with us for 4 or 5 weeks now. Looked bright when he came on.
Yes, he did, and look, he showed a little bit. Unfortunately, he gives the penalty away. He doesn't really check his shoulders, and tries to clear and gets caught. It was good by their player, to be honest. He nicks in front and wins the penalty, but he did show some lovely feet. He's a really, really intelligent footballer, and if I can moan, of course I will. It's that top end of the pitch, and that's not just the front boys. That's everyone, me and Jay included, that we need to improve in that area of the pitch. And I think if we do, we'll start to find that we'll win more games. And Jaden, come on, and like a few of the others that come on, they give their chance to start next week.
Be remiss not to mention Ben in goal today. He's made some great saves through the game, but making that penalty save in the 92nd minute to save us a point is fantastic from our keeper.
It's about time he saved one. I don't think he's gone the right way for the last 10, but no, he's look, I always feel with Goody, if he goes the right way, it's going to have to be some pen to beat him, and that proved right today. He just hasn't been able to go the right way, and I personally, I think that's the level. You're coming up against people taking spot kicks in this league. They're going to have untold quality, and you know they will be able to go in all directions. So you can do your research, but at the end of the day, it's at that time. But Goody's been different class, to be honest, this season, and he deserves that, because effectively that save's obviously got us a point.
A week off midweek this week, but a tough week after that coming up with Torquay coming to the Meadow and Worthing, two sides that were in the playoffs last year and went almost pretty much won the title, both of them at different points last year. Another tough week to come for us.
Yeah, very tough. I think now you'll see the fixtures are going to be relentless now for the next few weeks, and I personally believe we're playing the title favourites. From what I've seen this season already, I think they're going to be the one to beat, and we know of Watts, his teams are going to be ridiculously fit. They're going to have quality, and we're going to have to be at our very, very best. If we are our very best, we know we can cause some issues and hopefully find some vulnerabilities in their team which we can capitalise on. But no mistake about it, we're coming up against an outstanding outfit that we will need to do our research for, which of course we will. Prepare the boys as best we can, and then go into the game and do our best to try and get something out of it.
Thanks, Muzz, and we'll speak again next week.
Cheers, mate.